crossbody or belt bag. It seems reasonably huge. I need huge because I carry two phones. Excuse me. I carry two phones. I'd like to be able to carry. Ooh, it's very roomy. I'd like to be able to carry a power bank. I don't think I'm returning this, so let's get rid of the packets. I'll do a video also where I will show there's lots of pockets here. And again, this is open though, so then, oops, why did it seems to have been, something seems to have dripped on it. And this is not zipped, so that's an issue with me. Because I'd like to be able to zip it so whatever I put here doesn't fall. Although it's very roomy inside, so I'm going to do a video later. Let's see if the stuff I want to put in will fit, but this is my issue. It's not zipped. What they sent me had that damage. So the brand is Thacker. This originally retails for $100, and in Nordstrom Rack it went for almost $60, $59.97. So let's see. I'm not happy with the no zipper though. So another bag that I was considering this time from Amazon was this one. It's a mini sling bag. The brand is 64 free. This looks cool, but it's not very aesthetically upscale. So lots of zippers, lots of compartments. Looks good. And you can put water here, and it seems to be airy. There's a zipped container. There's a zipped portion at the back. Again, this looks roomy, but we'll see. I have to put everything I want to put in it, and then see how it feels like when worn. So that's that. So I'm trying to find the postcards I'm supposed to decorate. This was a weird Saturday. I really slept in. So I woke up before 8 o'clock. I just had to take care of something, and then I went back to bed. And for some reason, I woke up before 2. So that's unusual for me. So I said I would start uploading shorts. I did. I have them scheduled to the end of the evening. I would try to post some goods in the Etsy shop, which I can show you. Hold a sec. So I do have an Etsy shop. I sell, I'm going to try to sell bag charms and keychains. And according to Etsy, the sales for that has increased significantly. So, let's do this. So I haven't really posted these in the shop yet. So these are keychains, which are supposed to be a thing. I made them out of glass crystals. And I have my shop in Etsy. It's under Gotham Chick. See? There's no paid promotion here. This is my stuff. So this is not from a vendor. This is actually my creation. So we put two because I noticed that this will not fit into a usual tote handle. So you might need this, and it will also allow you to attach it to other things. So this is the gold or yellow crystal. As you notice, I put a main pendant over here. And I'm still trying to figure out how much this will sell for. Let me just put this aside. Put this down here. So this is the simpler version. It's just a vine. You know, some people don't want a lot of bling. I do have another version, but not in that color, which is like a cluster. So I call this a cluster. So it is more robust. There's more beads. There's more crystals. So it's a bigger clump of crystals. And it's really lovely the way, you know, when light hits it, you can see how it shimmers. And again, there's two clasps. I don't know that anyone would be interested to see how this is made, but I do it a different way. I don't attach it to chain. It's actually chain linked together. So you don't have to worry about beads falling off or portions of the crystal or the keychain dropping. They're actually all entwined together. And I use a double or a split ring for the ring attaching it to the actual clasp or the keychain. This is the purple one. I did two shades of violet and purple, and you have them in very nice multifaceted beads. So this is what keeps me occupied, and this has been my passion project lately. There. I also produced this in green. So each one is different. I try not to make it the same. This has two shades of green crystals actually. I don't know if it's visible that they're in two different shades. It's the bigger cluster as well, and you can see it's chained together. There's no chain that it's attached to. So this will be available in the shop after this weekend. I will tag my shop in the comments if you're interested to see. It's Gotham Chick on Etsy. Oh, deliciously delightful. Thank you. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. And yes, I will visit your link. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. I'm fine. Just trying to pass the afternoon productively. So pink is my favorite flavor. It's my favorite color. So here's the vine. Again, it's just a simple spread of two crystals on each side. And this one is in pale old rose. So it's not going to hang, you know, it's not very loud. It's the simpler one. It's like this smaller one. These are the thicker ones. And because it's pink, I do two versions. I have this in the cluster and the vine. So this is the cluster. Thank you, Deliciously Delightful, for stopping by. So this one is in old rose, and there's a smattering of baby pink somewhere there. So this is the cluster. This is the thicker one, or the more robust one. So in Tagalog, we'd say ito yung busog. So there's a lot of crystals, and it really shimmers beautifully when the light hits it. So that's that. So in comparison with the vine, this is the vine and this is the cluster. Okay. And then I did the blue in one. So again, this is the vine. It's just the crystals on each side and a focal. I haven't done the cluster for blue yet. I really want to focus on gemstones more than crystals, but I have a ton of crystals. So this would go well as a gift to your, if you had a baby shower, to your guests, or maybe to your bridesmaids, or just to your favorite person, or for yourself. So you can see this is the single line for purple, and this is the cluster. So the difference is quite stark. So you can see it's really slim against very voluptuous. There you go. Thank you. So I have I have seven crystal charms or bag charms to peddle on Etsy. They should be in the shop, like I said, by the weekend, before the weekend is over. And then I hope to start work on the gemstone and semi-precious stone bag charms. I can't find my postcards. I know, I usually have them around here, so I can't even start decorating it. So I was binge watching The Bear. I'm halfway through. I think it's a good season. There's a lot of deep acting, although there's supposed to be a comedy, right? But I'm trying to savor it. I was one of those who immediately loved it the first time it came out 4 years ago. 4 seasons ago. 3 seasons ago. So yeah. I would love to, I think I'm going to make myself one of these. Surprisingly, I really want to focus on the shop, so I haven't even used it. I would usually test run these products. I would wear it and see who reacts, but I've found that people can react very well to something I'm wearing, but then when I post it on the shop, it doesn't receive as much traction. So it sometimes gets to be a disappointment. So one thing I also do, what's PinayNewYorker about, I do journal. This is for my niece. It's sort of a love letter to her. Find some joy. You know, there's this TikTok account that really struck me as very, very moving. It's of a Japanese American man. He's, I believe, in his 40s, not even 50s, and he was um, diagnosed with ALS. And he has documented his decline, but at the same time, he never stops telling people to find some joy. And I think that's very important. We really need to go through life finding some joy. So I thought, this is not me, my niece, or whoever. This is part of an ephemera pack I bought of older pictures. And I would think this would be, based on the pictures it came with, these were pictures taken sometime in the 1940s or 50s, not even 60s, might even be earlier. And I just thought the picture of the lady was very happy, and it would be a good graphic for my message of finding some joy. We really all have to find some joy in life. Let me leave that like that, because I want it visible. So yeah, we have to find some joy, and crafting is one of the sources of my joy. So I said, okay, Etsy's telling me there was a 200+% increase in traffic for bag charms. Excuse me. So I said, I'm going to create some. But the process is not that easy. So I have to decide what design, I have to do the actual bag charm, and then decide on what clasps we will use, and then post it. The posting takes a while, so I have already done the video for it, I have done the pictures, and I will hopefully be able to start selling it by the weekend. So this weekend, I'm trying not to go to the laundry room. I have this, I don't know about you, but I have this urge to always like go to the laundry room on a weekend, because I feel like, oh, I don't want to waste my time and let the laundry accumulate. Although, frankly speaking, I can go for maybe 3 to 4 weeks without having to go to the laundry room, because, or do my laundry. I have enough clothes. And that's changing every day, and wearing something else at night, and, you know, wearing something else at home. So it's been hot in New York, and we were warned there was supposed to be a thunderstorm last night, which did not come. Yay, thank God. So, still trying to find my postcards to decorate, because I am at 116. I started with postcard number 1 in April, and so far I only have the 2 there. I could have sworn I have a stash somewhere. So anyway, so this is a very iconic postcard of Grand Central, someplace that I am at every day I am in the city, because I actually work in the area, Kent. This photo can never be replicated because there's now a building on this side, so there's no more way, no way for the sun to streak through. I do find it amazing watching the sun from this side in the mornings, and it really plays tricks on the way it reflects on the marble flooring. So I can't describe it. I always love stopping on my way up to work, and I can't, it's just so magical. But yeah, unfortunately, we can't repeat this anymore, because unless the building next to it, which will not happen unless it's actually across the street, unless that building is gone. This is the Vanderbilt Hall side, or the 42nd Street side of the building. So it's the one fronting 42nd Avenue. Same thing on the right. The Helmsley building is now on the right. So the reason why you don't see the shadows on the right side is because all this time the Helmsley building has been up. It probably was known by another name before. And now there's a tall building across the street from Grand Central. So this other postcard, though, is a Filipino, done by a Filipino artist, Anina Rubio. I love her work. You'll see a lot of her, you'll see some of her murals in BGC. So again, this is Anina Rubio. She did this series of postcards for a movie. It starred Alessandra De Rossi, Sakaling Makarating, just in case it. I heard the story is that she started getting all these postcards and wanted to find out who was sending. So I haven't watched the movie, but I do have the postcard series, so you can see there. A film by Ice Idanan, Sakaling Hindi Makarating, but the artwork here, as you can see, is by Anina Rubio. Put that there. So if only I can find the other postcards I'm supposed to decorate. Maybe I should just make keychains. I don't have the blue one yet, but I do have the materials to make the blue cluster. Because we have the vine, but we don't have the cluster. Right? So we don't have the version that has a more robust. And that's strange because I have a ton of these blue beads, and they come in 3 shades actually. Dark baby blue and the AB version, or the Aurora Borealis, which is sort of like there's a metallic sheen on the way the crystal shines. Oh, and next week I'm going to try to do an Amazon live. That's going to be different, but I don't know if I can do a simultaneous live here. I'm going to try. It's very hard to get an audience, especially with all of America being live this afternoon and the other side of the world is still asleep. So yeah, there you go, my YouTube shopping video. Thank you to Elaine, my friend from, what's her channel? Kayla and Aria. She does the shopping video. She's actually the one who got me into YouTubing in the first place. And she's my YouTube mentor. She's the one who encourages me to do all these things with YouTube, to make sure that I've done this, I've done that, and who tries to encourage me to keep posting. So if we're going to do this, I need my blue. I need my blue crystals. I'm going to try to gather them. This is one shade, but that's not the one I want to do right now. So if we're going to do that, we can have this. I see purple, I don't see the blue. Oh, but I... Oops, sorry. I thought I put some of the blue crystals in the back. I see pink, I see purple, but not blue. I am just trying to gather materials. And then find one, this. And there is one more, one bigger. Oops, sorry about that. Mm. So I'm going to try, for those who are curious, what am I doing? I'm going to try to create a 5-purse cluster using some of the things I have already done. Oh, I'm surprised. I've done a couple of these blues. I don't have a finished one. Interesting. And then for green, I do have the cluster, I think. Do we have the cluster or do we have the cluster? Yes, we do. We just need to add 2 more for that. Yes, I'm trying to gather stuff, to gather the materials. You were hearing my bead bags in the background. Okay, let's go with the blue. So, no, it didn't spill, it just fell. So the first thing we're going to do is create the focal, which is the one at the bottom, this one. We are going to create that. I want to use the bigger blue. Then we're going to pick a focal to put on top. I prefer doing blue against, although a lot of people would prefer to do, I think, blue against silver. I like blue against gold. So we're going to choose. We have the longer front thing here. We want, there you go. Maybe I want to put a bead cap, maybe. So I don't have a set rule for how I design my stuff. I just pull it together, and then if it looks good, it looks good. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Or do I want the black? Maybe I want the black. Let's see. Nope. It's not working for me. Or I can actually do this. It's kind of warm in New York today. So I am trying to make the most of a not so bad but not so good situation. I don't want to go out. Nope, not working. Maybe I'll just do this. And the nice thing about this tool is you can decide how thick or how wide your circle is going to be. So since this is the bottom, I want it closer to the next ring. So I'm going to use the second smallest. So I'm just trying to strike two birds with one stone, go live, and try to do some goods for the shop. That way I don't waste my afternoon and I get to do something for two of my current passions, which is creating accessories and jewelry and being a digital creator on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out how I can loop that. The last time I went live like this, it went on loop. I think it's the way I was playing the music. So the music again was composed by my dear friend Arnold Holioris. He's an established arranger, musician, sound engineer in Manila. He's worked with some greats and international artists alike. He works for theater and concerts and those big events, doing sound design, and that's his guitar you can hear. He's a very accomplished guitar player. So I started making jewelry, I believe, in 2009. So before that, I love buying accessories in the Philippines because one, they were, very unique. They were made of very unique materials like pearls and seashells and all that. That was also the start of Tiendecita. So, okay, so that's not good. So that means I sort of ruined my head pin. So the one you use for the bottom is really the head pin, which is like a pako or a nail. I'm going to do it again. I have it somewhere here, but I am not going to use that. I'm just going to use a new one. See, that's also one reason why I choose my materials carefully. Like it would be nice to work with sterling silver, but sterling silver is a very, I'd say, what's the English word for marupok? It's a very brittle metal, so it easily breaks. It's not as hard as brass or steel or just the usual, and that's the reason why I try not to work too much. Plus, as much as I love sterling silver, it doesn't work for smaller components because it oxidizes. So it turns black. It needs a lot of cleaning. So if you have the sterling silver from say Tiffany, those are big enough for you to keep going back to cleaning. And for the price you pay for them, they are worth maintaining. But if you have smaller pieces and you don't like the oxidized look, sterling silver is not going to work for you because it's elementary property is that it gets oxidized, or when it comes into contact with air, it oxidizes eventually and it will turn black. So whatever you do, unless you like the oxidized patina or the shade, sterling silver will always turn black. So it's not that it's not sterling silver. In fact, it's sterling silver if it turns black on you. Oh, it's getting warm. My air conditioner's on, but it's getting warm. Okay, so when that happens, I switch. So because I go on through my mobile, I try to check if it's getting warm. No, it's not. Okay. So this is going to be our bottom portion. And then we're going to tilt that back and straighten it up. So this is our name. So we're going to try to decide if are we going to use this. I think that's a good combo, or we can stick with this, which is the lighter, or we can do both. Okay, so we're going to do the cluster, so it's not going to be just 8 of these. We're going to do a whole set upwards. Let me just unstring this and put it in a cup so that it does not go all over the place with us and spill. So most of this I taught myself back in the day when YouTube was more, when I was not really a content creator for YouTube, but I was more of a watcher. I learned from a lot of channels how to properly wire or work on these crystals and beads. I acquire my beads from the many bead stores that used to line 6th Avenue in New York City. They're all gone, sadly. There used to be a time when I could just pop over. I was working 2 blocks away. So there was a time I could pop over and I could easily go to 2 or 3 stores if I had the time. Because when you went into a bead store, you just have to spend time, and I can spend 1 or 2 hours just looking at the beads and trying to imagine what to do with them. And there was even a time one of them did a sale because they had a lot of broken strings, so they sold the beads in a bag. You had to fill the bag, and I was able to fill my bag very, very nicely. So that was my introduction to glass crystal. So we don't only have Swarovski here, we also have glass crystals. They are produced with the same quality, different shapes, but they have their own sheen. So when you wear something, it doesn't really scream Swarovski, right? It's the way the beads are put together or designed together that will really make your product. Okay, so I'm just getting more of mine. So these hat pins I'm using, I actually bought in the Philippines. I bought them from Manson in Hortaleza. So every time I go home to the Philippines, I stop by and I really buy supplies, except for maybe the last 2 trips, only because I realized I had so much supplies that I have not worked on, and I had not really worked on a lot of things the last, I'd say, 2 to 3 years. So my store has been up, and it's been up the whole time, but here's the weird thing. I haven't been posting any new products, except maybe for 6 products I posted last year, which was me venturing into paper beads or paper elements. And I sold pieces even without posting anything new or doing any real marketing. I know I can do better. I've been on Etsy since 2009, is it? And my designs have really changed. I guess it's part of my growth as a crafter. I don't consider myself an artist. I consider myself a crafter. And my tastes have changed. I used to do anything, I would create with any bead you gave me, but I fell in love with freshwater pearls, and I still am in love with freshwater pearls. So that's been my focus. Okay, so one thing is I can feel a sharp edge. We need to close that out by using a thicker plier to sort of fold it in. There, I think I see it. It's folding in. So I don't like the way that closed, so I am going to cut that out. So when I'm not happy, I change it. What is PinayNewYorker doing? I'm trying to create new pieces for the shop while also trying to grow my watch hours. And although I've only had one guest pop out, thank you, deliciously delightful. At least I know somebody saw me. Okay. No more complaining, Dean. I think this is the same. So we're going to try to do just a little bigger for the first vine, or the first row, because we want the chain a little wider, because we want to be able to put stuff or insert other chains in there as we go along. One thing I noticed also is that my hands start hurting more easily now. So I can't do as much as I wanted to do, unlike before. So maybe I'll do 2 keychains today and then I'll rest. And it's not a one-sitting process for me. I would normally just do the base and then I'll work on the adornments or the additional layers of crystal later. And then finishing it up and making sure everything looks the way I want it to look is another session. So does it take a lot of effort? Not really. It's something I enjoy and I've been doing a long while. Talking to you like this is taking a lot of effort though. Because I'm used to just doing my stuff and then just quietly working away or watching something while I'm working. So I paused on the bear. And I can see nominations and all those awards coming in again. Okay, so that's one. So it's a little oval. What I do is I go back. You can, because it's metal, you can actually press it to become round again. So I just do a once over to iron out any kinks. There, see? So it's round again. And then we're going to do another and another and another. So that's the way it works. So as most of you know, I do have a day job. So focusing on YouTube is also an effort. You know, you have to prioritize things. I'm also a mother. My son is 21 years old now. Oops, I'm going to flatten that before I put in the next. Sometimes it follows, sometimes it doesn't. And I have a 21-year-old son who is the light of my world. I always make a joke about it, and I say I'm the only woman you can't break up with, or who will not break up with you, which is kind of true, right? I mean, at the end of the day, our mothers are always there. So he and I are planning a trip. We're hoping to go to see the Zion National Park. Zion Mountain, is it? National Park. And head on over to Utah. So it's supposed to be one of those once in a lifetime or bucket list things. We are sort of having a problem because of schedules. Because I have work, I have to sort of go by that schedule. At the same time, he needs to be back in school a certain day and move into the dorm. He's studying to be a filmmaker. So we're hoping we can make it work, and if we can make it work, I'm really looking forward to it. I had some personal challenges in 2004. I got not really hospitalized. I had to have 2 procedures done, which sort of at 58 makes you think about, it's sort of a reality check that, hey, you're not going to live forever. And while a lot of people will see that's still young, yeah, but if you look at life expectancy and everything, you're not looking at another 50 years or 40 years even. I'm giving myself another 20, and if I'm lucky, maybe another 30. But in the meantime, you can't be going about living your life as if you had forever. Because you have to realize there are things you need to do, which you should be doing, because there might come a time when you run out of time. You will run out of time. So, yeah. I am actually starting another channel, if I can get it off the ground, to talk about that part of my life. I mean, getting older. But then I'm wondering, do I need to show myself there? Maybe. Maybe. You need the smaller pliers really to work through the neck of the loop. And these smaller pliers I bought from Wilmanson also. The other one on my left hand, I bought this from here in the US. It's not available in the Philippines. So one strange thing was, when I was there last time, I was trying to buy some components, and there was a mother and daughter team who went in, and they were looking for a special type of pliers. Wilmanson doesn't have those pliers. You'd have to go, I think, to the other stores selling from other countries. So that's one thing that we don't have in the Philippines. We don't have a real crafting store. Of course, we have all of that here, but even our crafting stores don't carry all the fancy pliers that we need to use to be able to make these types of jewelry. So I'm already 3. So I'm figuring once I finish the 8, I'm going to end the live stream, maybe. Or just, I want to continue watching the bear. And in the meantime, I do have to And I'm thinking of going outside and just grabbing some supplies from the grocery. I live in a very, I'd say, residential suburban community, but we're big enough that we have our own Starbucks. So it's a bit of a walk, not really, like a 5-minute walk to the corner. It's like saying yung tindahan sa kanto. The corner store. We do have a grocery at the corner, and yes, we do have a Walgreens. I think I need a refill of one of my allergy meds. I'm trying to fold it in. See again, it's a bit wonky, and all you need to do is go around and you can fold a portion that's pointy. If you did this, you can see. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're trying to get to 8. Why do I do these things? I find it very relaxing. And I really started making jewelry because I wanted to make my own. And then I figured I never really finished materials. If, let's say, I bought a string, it's very rare that I would use up the entire string with whatever I was trying to do. So I said, okay, why not sell? And that was the time Etsy was starting. Etsy, by the way, started here in New York. So I joined, and then that was that. And in the last couple of years, I have really been stagnant in that part of my pursuits. So like I said, I was really surprised because even if I was not actively posting new pieces to sell, I was, not a lot, but I was having some sales. You would think that because of the inactivity, I would not be selling anything, but yeah. So I figure with all the social media outlets and channels that I can promote the store through, I would be able to make good when I come back if I can just, again, post consistently. It seems that whatever you do or wherever you go, consistency is key. So it's very, oh shoots. Okay, so that's that. So that does happen. I break stuff. Okay, that's the second baby broke. I'm trying to make a bag charm here. I broke a crystal, so we have to remove this portion. Okay. that I'm trying to do it correctly. Okay, we didn't break that one. Again, there are points to iron out. I feel like having ice cream, which is not good. There we go. So we have 5, we're aiming for 8. Let me put this out here so people see what we're trying to do. Oops. I'm just trying to make sure I put it on the right side. There's really no right or wrong, but then it falls better when you're conscious about where you're putting the next chain in. There you go. I'm trying to create this. You can see that's a bag charm. And let me put that here. I am just trying to be productive with my afternoon, doing 2 things I'm passionate about, which is working with beads and creating content for YouTube. And I'm just trying to be consistent about the live streaming. There we go. Just trying to get rid of that. Oops. I can leave it there. Made a mistake, or I can dig it out. I'd rather dig it out. Sometimes, because you're trying to save on the effort, you try to work around it and it causes more problems. So, nope, I need to cut out. Wrong, connected to the wrong chain. So I said it's important to find where the final chain is, or the last bead was. So I put that on the wrong bead. Hey George, how are you? Jorge, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I'm just trying to do a live stream while I'm trying to create pieces for my Etsy store. And thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. I'll visit later, okay? How are things going where you are? Any new uploads? Don't worry, I'll check later. And I'll go into your channel and play. I am just trying to be consistent with the weekend live stream. Everything seems to be, has to do with consistency. So trying to get on with that. Thank you for dropping that, George. I will definitely go later when the live stream is done so I can play. Please connect with Deliciously Delightful if you haven't yet. She stopped by. They stopped by earlier. So here we go. We can see the vine forming. So we have to make sure we are at the far end. So the next position will be there. It happens, it happens. But see, the weird thing is it's still so. This is what's become of our project so far. We have 2, 4, 6, 7, and the 8th will soon be there. Okay. So since we have our initial vine, we're going to do the second layer for a more robust set. So I am trying to decide if I'm going to do a second color of crystals, or am I going to use the same, or just use a different bead. I really want to insert some of those. Okay. We're done with this cup. We need another cup. Okay. So I've decided to use this different shade of blue. But you'll also need a little bigger. So I'm thinking we'll use, this has some rounded ones here. And we're going to use just a little bigger size. So this is what we're trying to make. So, oops. So for this next round of crystals we're putting in, I'm not doing the same thing for the entire row. So on the bottom, we're going to use the smaller, this one, and then to bulk it up, we use the bigger one for 1 or 2 rounds. Okay. I think I can use the photo head pins for the additional. So this is what we're trying to work on. We're trying to make this. we're trying to flatten this so that it doesn't snap anything. And we're going to try to round this out because it's a little skewed. So that's the first addition, and we're going to put more that's attached to the first, and then we're going to put on the other one on the other side. Oops. I hate when it does that because I've already fixed where I am going to put the next. It's here. So since that is there, we'll put this here. Am I putting it in the right one? No. The lighter one is this one. Trying hard not to break the crystal. Yay! And almost perfect round. As you can see now, we have depends on how it's facing. It will fall that way. I usually try to hang the top so I see how it's falling. That's not bad. I can do 2 more. Just pausing for a while. Okay. So we're on the second row. I'm trying to decide. So as I'm doing this, I am actually trying to decide which beads to put in. So when we've done that row, if I'm going to do the same size, I have to put it here. I would do maybe just one more pair. So I did one initial pair. We're trying to add to the third, which is actually here. Oops. That's why I put them in cups. So I'm trying to figure out where to put the next. And I've actually put 3 already, so this one has, and this one doesn't. So we're going to put it on the 4th. So this is now the 5th bead. And we are going to put the bigger, attach the bigger bead. See so far, so that's what we've done. I want to use the bigger one. I am going to use the bigger, the longer head pin, because it might not fit, not too big. Let's try to use this shorter head pin. So the beads actually also help boost each other up. So the more beads you put, the more fluffy it looks because it's resting on something else. So we're going to do this here. Shoulder. Just need to push this towards the edge to hold the crystal. Oops, I saw something. Okay. That one needs some correcting because it's pointed. Again, trying to figure it out. So I did 1, 2, and this one should be on this side. Okay, folks, I think I've hit the second hour mark, so I'm going to quit for now and continue doing the bad purse charm and try to do more. Have a great weekend.